fearless widow stood alone against ruthless land thieves, until a mysterious gunslinger rode into town and warned them, "Leave her alone, or die." But when the ranch caught fire in the middle of the gunfight, the outlaw leader made one shocking move nobody expected. What happened next changed both their lives forever. Watch the full story till the end and follow our page for more Wild West stories. The sun hung heavy in the sky like a hot coin. Dust blew across the dry valley in thin clouds. Eliza Hartwell stood outside her ranch house. Her hands gripped an old rifle so tight that her knuckles turned white. She was not tall, but she stood straight. Her dark hair was tied back, and her eyes showed both fear and fire. Beside her stood the man people called the Nameless Gunman. He was tall and quiet. His face gave nothing away. A black hat sat low on his head. His gun belt rested easy on his hips. He did not speak much. He did not need to. People felt his presence like a storm that had not yet broken. 3 riders came slowly down the slope. Their horses kicked up more dust. The men wore long coats and carried rifles across their saddles. The one in front had a thin scar across his left cheek. They stopped about 20 steps away. The gunman took one small step forward. His voice was low and steady. "Leave her alone," he said, "or get ready to die." The riders did not move. The air felt thick. Eliza's heart beat hard in her chest. She had faced hard days before, but this felt different. This felt like the end of something. The story had started 3 days earlier. The gunman had ridden into the small town of Dry Fork just to eat. The town was quiet, with wooden buildings and a single street that ended in dirt. He tied his horse outside a small eating place and went inside. He sat in the corner, back to the wall, like always. He ordered coffee and bread with beans. Simple food for a simple man. While he ate, a woman came in. It was Eliza Hartwell. She looked tired but strong. She bought some flour and coffee from the store next door. When she turned to leave, she saw the gunman. Their eyes met for a second. She looked away quickly, but something in her face stayed with him. Outside, 3 men on horses watched her. They did not speak. They just watched. Eliza climbed into her wagon and drove away fast. The gunman finished his food, paid, and followed at a distance. That evening, Eliza came back to the eating place. She found the gunman sitting on the porch. She stood in front of him. "My name is Eliza Hartwell," she said. "My husband Daniel died 3 years ago. Now some men want my land. They cut my fences. They steal my cattle. The sheriff does nothing. I need help. I can pay a little. Not much, but something." The gunman looked at her for a long time. He saw the fear behind her strong eyes. He saw the way she held her shoulders back, even when she was scared. "I do not stay in one place," he said quietly. "I know," she answered, "but maybe you can stay for a few days, just until the trouble passes." He thought about it. Then he nodded once. "I will come with you." They rode to her ranch together. It was a small place, but well kept. A wooden house, a big barn, and open land that rolled into the hills. An old man with white hair and a limp came out to meet them. His name was Gus Merritt. He had worked for Daniel Hartwell for many years. He was loyal like an old dog. A boy of about 16 stood near the barn. His name was Toby. He was thin and nervous, but his eyes were brave. He cleaned guns and watched the road all the time. That night, over a simple dinner of stew and bread, Eliza told the full story. A big company from St. Louis wanted the land. They sent a gang called the Bracken Crew. The leader was a man named Rook. He was not loud or drunk like most outlaws. He was quiet and smart. He used fear instead of bullets when he could. The sheriff in Dry Fork, a man named Mallory, took money from the company and looked the other way. "They do not come straight at me," Eliza said. "They make my life small and hard. They want me to give up and leave." The gunman listened. He did not say much, but inside, something old and familiar stirred. He had seen this before in other towns. Strong people pushed down by men with money and no heart. The next morning, the gunman rode the land. He checked the cut fences. He saw where cattle had been driven away in the night. He found fresh horse tracks near the river. He also noticed something else. A man in town had a new horse and a new saddle that did not match his old clothes. Another man sent too many telegrams. And there was always a fourth rider watching from far away on the hills. That night, the gunman sat with Gus and Toby. "Gus, you take the north fence," he said. "Toby, you stay in the loft of the barn. Watch the back trail. Eliza, you stay in the house, but keep your rifle ready. Do not come out unless I call." Eliza shook her head. "I will not hide while my land burns." The gunman looked at her. For the first time, a small smile touched his mouth. "Then keep your eyes open," he said. On the second day, the gunman rode into Dry Fork again. He found Rook sitting alone at a table outside the saloon. Rook was clean-shaven and calm. He drank coffee, not whiskey. His eyes were cold and clever. "You are the one they call Nameless," Rook said when the gunman sat down. "I have no name worth saying," the gunman answered. They talked for a while. No threats, no loud words. Just two men who understood each other. "You cannot win this," Rook said at last. "The company has money and the law on its side." "The law here is bought," the gunman said. "Real law is coming. A federal man named Harlan Pike is on his way. I sent word." Rook's eyes changed just a little. He stood up. "Then we will finish this tonight," he said. "No more waiting." The gunman nodded. "Tonight." He rode back to the ranch fast. He told everyone to get ready. Guns were cleaned. Extra bullets were placed where they could reach them. The night felt too quiet. Just before midnight, the attack came. 8 riders came from the front, shooting as they rode. 4 more tried to circle from the back. Gunfire cracked through the dark. Horses screamed. Dust and smoke filled the air. The gunman fired from behind a water trough. His shots were fast and true. 2 riders fell. Gus, old but steady, held the north side. Toby shot from the barn loft even though his hands shook. Then someone threw a torch into the barn. Flames jumped high. Dry wood caught fast. The fire roared like a living thing. Smoke rolled across the yard. Eliza saw the fire and ran toward it with buckets of water and sand. She did not run away. She fought the flames with everything she had. Tears ran down her face from the smoke, but she kept throwing sand and water. The gunman saw her through the fire. Something moved in his chest. This woman would not break. He ran into the burning barn. Heat pushed against him like a wall. He found the man who had started the fire trying to escape through the back. They fought in the smoke. The gunman hit him hard and dragged him out. Outside, Rook watched from his horse. He saw Eliza still fighting the fire even as bullets flew. He saw the gunman come out of the smoke carrying the arsonist. Rook raised his hand. His men pulled back. The fight was over for now. By morning, the barn was half gone, but the house still stood. Eliza's face was black with soot. Her hands were burned in places, but her eyes were clear. "You stayed," she said to the gunman. "For now," he answered. 2 days later, Harlan Pike arrived. He was a tall federal officer with papers and questions. He talked to the gunman, to Eliza, to Gus, and to people in town. Soon Sheriff Mallory was arrested. The St. Louis Company's plans were exposed. The Bracken crew scattered. Rook disappeared into the hills, but the land grab was finished. Eliza's ranch was safe. That night, she cooked a real meal. They ate together. Eliza, the gunman, Gus, and Toby. There was laughter for the first time in many weeks. But the gunman was quiet. Later, Eliza found him outside saddling his horse. The sky was still dark, but the first light was coming. "Stay," she said softly. Her voice was small but full of feeling. "You do not have to go. This place could be yours too." The gunman stopped. He looked at her for a long time. He saw the hope in her eyes and the loneliness she tried to hide. "I cannot stay," he said. "If I stay, I become weak. And weak men die fast out here. I have seen it too many times." Eliza's eyes filled with tears, but she did not look away. "Then promise me something," she whispered. "Promise you will come back one day." The gunman touched the brim of his hat. His voice was low and rough with feeling he did not show often. "I will come back," he said, "when the time is right. I give you my word." He climbed into the saddle. The horse moved slowly down the path. Eliza stood in the doorway of the house. She held a small lamp in her hand. Its light glowed warm against the coming dawn. The gunman rode without looking back, but in his chest, something felt different. For the first time in many years, he carried a promise that felt real. Behind him, the lamp in the window stayed lit until the sun rose and touched the dusty valley with gold. Eliza watched until he was only a small shape against the light. Then she whispered to the empty morning, "Come back soon." Thank you so much for watching this story all the way till the end. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. It really helps us a lot. If you want to watch more exciting stories like this, don't forget to subscribe our page right now. Tell me in the comments, where are you listening from and what time is right now? And if this story touched your heart, please send some stars. Every single star gives us huge motivation to keep creating more amazing videos for you. See you in the next story. Take care of you, friends.